go into, one of the ways I know my center best is in standing meditation posture. So for just a second, go into your standing meditation posture and find your central line. And activate your consciousness strongly. First, between Bai Hui and Wei Yin. Breathing up and down the central line. And then between the center of the earth and the center of the galaxies, activating a longer central line. And then go penetrate through the earth and make it be universe to universe. All one universe. Di tian li di xin song yi zhong wai ji ji xi song mao yi nian bu qi zhen zu tai kong zhen yi zhao ti zhou shen dong zhou shen dong zhou. Feeling your heart's purity. The purity of your consciousness. The connection between us and all of our fellow practitioners and teachers. We dedicate our practice to the uplifting of the human relationship with this planet, with the consciousness of the human species and the planet. And bringing our awareness into our bones and muscles. Let's move our feet a little bit to be parallel, and then just simply rotating for a moment, activating again the central column as we turn our muscles around it, turn our bones around, so we can have a relationship of it moving within the movement, the still column within the movement. And feel the continuity of the movement emanating from the center out. And then come into stillness. And bring your feet all the way together. And I think I'm going to switch the focus, be more on the central column than the continuity. But it can be all that. It can be whatever you want to practice with today. But it feels stronger for me to just see what happens with my focus on the central column as the hub of the wheel that's part of this expression of the movements of lift you up, port you down. So now let's begin with that beautiful center of ourselves as the center of the infinite. And rotate our hands back, connecting fully. And down. And forward. And back. Continuing, I give fewer clues than because we know the form. Adjusting the palms, face inward, and then letting the arms rise. Doing the connection of the dantian with the whole central column. And rotating around that with your palms. Connecting, always connecting, just a little bit different with our mind, with the middle finger behind. Well, let's raise our attention awareness from the lower dantian up into the heart center, and then call the fingers up from the heart center. And connect in deeply with the whole central line with its hub now at the heart center. Bring the elbows back and the hands slide forward, expressing from that center. Bring the attention awareness up into the Senji Palace and connect with the fiddle fingers. Activating the central line from the Senji Palace point of view. Rotating around over to each side, look in front and in back with your consciousness. Connect with below and above, all from that central line reference point. Bringing the hands up above the head, connecting in the field above your head. Activating this reference point on the central column. Above your head, stretch down. Find a corollary place below your feet, maybe a foot or two below your feet. Feel the central column continuous from your tip of your fingers down into the earth. And opening like a fan would open. Oops, no, never mind. I'm in the closing. Let's just pull down. Let's pull down that central column. Feeling the activation all the way down. Into your heart, into your reverence, into your belly and your feet. And feeling how that pole, that axis inside you can rotate with your prayer hands in both directions. And then from the center, opening up the column of light, expanding that column out to include your hands strongly and with no end to it, all the way to the infinite horizons. But just to play in that column of light, drawing in with your movements and expressing out. Do a few here. Explore at the pace, the speed you want to. In all directions, to and from the central column. Not just forward. Holding the hands in the horizon. From the central column, put your mind there, pivot there. Open the hands and bring them together. Like the center of a hinge. Hold your mind in the center column and open the arms to each side. And our side push and pull movement, exploring at the speed you wish to explore at. Your hands are in the horizon next time. Hold and play with your up and your down. I might have gotten. Yeah. Slide your awareness up and down this central column and all around you. But keep your consciousness as much as possible in the central line. The hands are a reflection of what's happening inside. And then rotating the palms. And before we come up, I'd like you to put your mind down in your feet and come up from your feet through your hands. Let the chi rise up, and the hands are sort of in the middle of the rising energy. Connecting through the whole space around you. And then pouring back down. All the way to the feet. Letting your mind be in sort of an elevator shaft of your central column and have the hub of your consciousness stay there, and the hands just let us know where you are with your mind inside your body. all the way to your navel. Middle fingers in your navel. Personally, I like to continue the descent all the way through my lower body with my mind before I do anything else. Just a personal preference. And then I return my attention awareness to my lower dantian and the central column. And then I explore the central column around at the level of my dantian with my fingertips to Mingmen. And then we move this central dantian point down. We use our muscles and bones to bend, but we mainly think of the dantian coming down to the earth. And then connecting deeply, profoundly with the earth, with this cycling, these circles. And gathering, knowing the union of the dantian and the earth, and using the muscles and bones to lift back up into an upright position. Concentrating awareness, the lower dantian, adjusting your posture around that central column. Seeing if there's a naturally occurring inner smile on your face and in your countenance. Filling your being with the inner smile. Relaxing the hands to each side. From below, from the feet, have consciousness. Lift the hands up. To each side. Activating the column of light all around you, focused in the inside, focused in the central line, and play with your push-pulls, your integration of the inner and the outer. Holding the hands in the horizon, taking the mind into the central column, letting the hinge of the movement be there. You bring the hands inward a little and take them back. Feeling that movement echo through the column of light around you, inside you. And this time using that hinge inside you to bring your hands all the way forward. And from that central column, play with your push-pulls. Have it be not about the arms and the hands, have it be about the field expression. Leaving the hands out in the horizon this time, even though your mind is still stable inside your central column. Your mind isn't out with at your hands. Your mind is a continuous presence from the inside to the horizon. But there's a hub of awareness inside that's going to command the arms to slide up and down and activate a rising, a vertical stimulation of the field. Up and down through the body, through the chi of the universe. Pausing, commanding from the central column for the hands to rotate, and from the feet, from the whole being, lift the hands. Lifting the chi up, and then receiving, pouring the chi down. The whole field is alive. There's just this sort of rising sparkles and descending sparkles, or like flecks of dust playing in the sunlight, lifting and coming down. Now from the central column that's connecting your middle fingers all the way to your heels and beyond, beckon the energy down to the Senji Palace. Let the hub of your awareness be in the Senji Palace while the hands come around to Yintan, activating further the field from the reference point of the Senji Palace, investigating as your fingertips move around your head, activating, cultivating the awareness in a 360 degrees. And then using that image of an elevator or a magnet coming down the central column, bring the fingers down to the third thoracic vertebrae point. Keep the mind in the central column. Just know that your hands are making their way, their pathway back, and then continue down the central column to Mingmen. Activating there and filling up the legs and the lower body with your awareness as well. From the reference point of the lower dantian, activate and be curious and aware of the central column, bringing your hands around to the front. Entering through that natural, easy gate of the navel. From the lower dantian, take your awareness down, bring your muscles and bones, follow the dantian movement down to connect deeply with the earth, and tightening up your sense of self and having this relationship, this circle. From the hub of the dantian, connecting profoundly with the earth, energy beneath you, and the energy of the universe surrounding the planet. Treasuring that earth with your movements of the hands to the heels, and let everything come back upright. Unfolding, unfurling like a frond in the spring coming out into the sunlight. Gently, gratefully bringing your hands around to the front, Grateful for this incarnation. Activating from the navel. Sensing the wholeness of you and the earth and the universe as one conscious embodiment. Relaxing the hands, connecting from that precious earth and your feet. Let the energy rise up and take your hands up. The current of the rising chi is lifting your hands. As that awareness swells to include your whole physical being on all those levels. Into the blue sky. And then let the awareness settle gently, settle back down through your body, again to your feet. Gently, gently lifting your consciousness back up the central column, the byway. Use the byway point to draw the hands, the fingers of the hands down. Let the mind descend through the from down the central column, drawing the hands to each side as a reflection of where you are inside with your mind. Cast your ears and your jaw to your chest and heart center with your palms facing forward. Letting yourself have a strong anchor inside the central line, central column. Don't leave that. Just extend from that. Continuously extending from that with your palm. Rotating your palm. And from that center line, rotate. And bring the hands around. Sweeping your attention awareness from the inside around. Containing all that's on that side of the body in its awareness and back to Qi Fu. Again, continuously holding from the hub, extend out into the infinite and sweep around, claiming, participating with, acknowledging all the energetic field and life around on that side. Coming back into Qi Fu. Feeling the beauty of our breath fill our body. And release. And release. And release. From the hub inside, as if the hub was, let the lotus flower here be inside as well as outside. It's both at the same time. On one level, we can think of it as a reflection, but it can also be just a holographic duplication of what's going on inside. Treasure that moment at the lotus flower. And gently, gently draw the bud closed into your heart, into prayer hands. Be in that beauty inside yourself in the central column as you gaze around into the infinite with your hands circling in each direction. Accepting, activating, appreciating your place in the wholeness of things. From your place here, standing on the earth, let the chi rise up through you and take your hands up as the energy swells from beneath and carries you upward. Through byway, into the blue sky, stretching between the poles of yourself, the feet and the fingers, to the infinite of the universe. Relaxing and resting underneath a pyramid, the sacred geometry of that point of view. Surrounding yourself inside that shape as you bring your hands down and forward, making all the commands for the movement from pure consciousness, resting deep inside your being, in the central column. Beckon the middle fingers in from Senji Palace. Know yourself as that. Release that. Drop your awareness to the heart center. Draw your hands in from the heart area, energy. Connecting through Dabao. Know yourself as this. Extending back. Lowering the consciousness to the level of the Dantian and all that's surrounding you. Know yourself as all this. As you bring your hands around to the front. And collect back in. Smile into your preciousness. Seeing if you can leave your frame of reference being neutral or from the void space without preconceived anything. Just observe what is. Gently lifting your awareness. Let's take our awareness first to our feet and wiggle them a little bit, connecting with the bones and tissues of your feet, anchoring the physical nature of your body in this posture of uprightness. And lifting your awareness to through the center of the body, into your heart. Feel whatever you feel. And enjoy that for a moment. And draw your awareness up into the Senji Palace, connecting with the sensations that are a little different when our awareness is here. And from the center of all of that, know yourself. And just keep your eyes closed. But from the center column, be aware as if your eyes were open of everything around you. So without the visual stimulation of that sense, sight, we can know all around us. And then, just as if to second that, we can gently, from the center of our head, open our eyes. Notice that we are connected with each other through the screen. And smile into that too. May our practice benefit all of those Zen and Qigong practitioners that journey with us and that journey with teachers we have connected with, for all of Dr. Peng's students, all of our hopes and desires for the world. May our days be enriched from this practice.